Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. You guys, today we are going to do a Booktube tag. Let me make sure I get this right. It is the Booktube Oldie Tag. I thought that was appropriate since I am kind of ancient, as you know. Yes, today we're doing the Booktube Oldie Tag, where I get to reminisce about stuff that we've done here at the channel, I think. I mean, I did write down the questions. I did watch this. Okay, I saw this over at Cat's Book Corner, but it was created by Thoughts on Tomes. And I will, of course, put links to their channels in the information box below. Before we get started, I must welcome you to subscribe to the channel. And that way I can get this big old pillow out of the frame. You guys, if you are interested in bookish stuff like book reviews and booktube tags and other bookish things, please subscribe to the channel. Please welcome your friends to subscribe to the channel too. All right, because that's what we do here at Sandy Says Read. Also, if you're here because you are a booktube person, if you are a booktuber, then I want to welcome you to reach out to me on my website. If you go to Sandy Lender Inc., Inc with a K, Sandy Lender Inc., I'll put that in the drop-down box too. If you go to my site and you reach out to me on my contact page and let me know that you're interested in doing an unboxing of this fabulous box right here, which has my first book in it and some other fabulous goodies. If you're interested in doing an unboxing and perhaps then reading the book on your channel, let me know. Reach out, contact me, let me know. I will send this box to you. I handle everything like the shipping and everything. Just let me know. And I can arrange that. That's it. All the housekeeping stuff is done. We're going to dive into the Booktube tag, which is the Booktube Oldie Tag. And prompt number 1, when did you start your channel? You guys, I started this channel back in 2018. Let's get comfortable for a second. Okay, 2018. And if you've been following along here at the channel for any length of time, you know I started back in 2018 because my friend Joe Linstell mentioned Booktube, and I was so excited about the idea of, oh my gosh, doing book reviews on YouTube. I loved the idea. I loved the concept. But in later 2018, and we're coming up on the horrible anniversary, my pet parrot, Petrie, passed away, and it devastated me. And I stopped doing a lot of things, including this Booktube channel. I had to just stop. I wasn't doing well. I was in a bad headspace. And so for at least a solid year, I did not do Booktube. I did get back to doing Booktube on a regular basis, I would say in 2022. I think I should have written that down. Because you guys, if you've been following along here, you know I'm bad with dates. I think it was 2022 when I started to actually do Booktube more logically, more religiously, more reliably. Okay, so official start was 2018, and then I got better with it, at least by 2022. Question number 2. What were your staple videos when you first started your channel versus now? You know, I recall doing quite a lot of unboxing videos back in the day. I was, trying to get some more content, get some more books to read for you guys, trying to get just some more stuff. And unboxing videos seemed to be like a draw on Booktube. I was seeing other creators doing unboxings. I'm like, oh, okay, unboxings. So I subscribed to a couple of those book of the month type things like Scribbler and Book of the Month. It seems like I did not subscribe to Owl Crate, but I looked into it. I think it was pricier than the others, and I just wasn't ready to pull the trigger on it. I had to stop with Scribbler for a couple of reasons. One, Petrie was gone, and I lost motivation for a lot of things in life. And it was getting to be more financial commitment than I could keep up with. Yeah. And Book of the Month as well. So I cut those out. But I was doing a lot of unboxings. And, back in 2018, there was this thing you could do that was called a mystery box. Like you could go to eBay and you could purchase a mystery box from a seller out there, and they would send you a mystery box, a box that was like, here, you pay $20 or $25 for this box of stuff, right? I would be a little more strategic about it and say, I want a mystery box of books. So I knew it was books, but I didn't know what kind of books were in the box, right? And so I would get this, and I would unbox that here on the channel for you guys. I don't know how scintillating those videos were, but that's the content I was creating back in the day. My book reviews tended to be like a set of books that I would review at a time. Like I would do 2 or 3 books like all in one video. Nowadays, I don't remember the last time we did an unboxing on this channel. I don't have a ton of financial, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have a ton of money to spend on boxes of books and then bring that content to you guys. In fact, we just did a video here on the channel about how to get more books into your life when you're on a tight budget or a fixed income. I'll put a link to that in the drop-down box below. Okay, so yeah. Okay, did I answer that question too fully? When we first started the channel versus now. Okay, so now I'm still doing Booktube tags, which I was trying to do at the beginning. I was trying to do tags, like, you know, be part of the community. I'm still doing tags, obviously, as you can see by this video, but I am also doing reviews, but I've chunked those reviews. Is that the right word for it? I've separated out those reviews. That's how I should say it. I have separated out the reviews so that each time I finish a book, I bring you a review of that book. That way you guys don't have to go and like figure out, okay, which block of reviews includes this book that I'm interested in hearing about. Shall we move on to question number 3? What was your favorite book the year you started your channel versus now? You guys, it has not wavered. I am still a big, huge fan of Jane Eyre. You guys, I think I probably talk about Jane Eyre in every other or every third video that we do here on this channel. And I have an example of a Jane Eyre board book for you guys this time. Get that up there where you can see it without too bad of a glare on it. This is a Jane Eyre board book for little kids. It's called A Little Miss Bronte. Isn't that cute? All right. This is a book that helps kids learn how to count, because when we go through here, it teaches us our numbers. And the very last one in here is 10 books. Okay, very nice. And it says, this book I had again and again perused with delight. Isn't that wonderful? So throughout here, we have callbacks to Jane Eyre, even though we're teaching the kid how to count. See 8 drawings and look at the drawings. Am I doing that right? See, the drawings are of Adele and Pilot the doggy and Mr. Rochester. It's just wonderful. Wonderful. Very clever. I like that a lot. So yeah, my love of Jane Eyre has not wavered over the years. Question number 4, how has your reading and the reading trends of the community changed since you started your channel? Okay, my reading personally, I would say my reading habits have changed, my reading trends have changed, because prior to 2018, the reading I was doing was pretty sporadic. Okay, I know that I was reading stuff by author friends of mine, especially author friends who were in the Archibooks publishing family, author friends who were, you know, having new releases come up. So I needed to read that and help them out with something, or read their arc and get a review up for them. That kind of reading was going on, but I wasn't a voracious reader the way I was back in high school and college. Okay, I had gone through a spell in my adult life where I wasn't reading as much. So in 2018, all of a sudden, Booktube opened this new door for me. And it happened, obviously, when I started the channel, but it happened when I signed up for a Book of the Month subscription. And that first book landed, and it was called The Anomaly. And I don't remember the author's name now, but I did do a review of it, and I loved it. I mean, I opened up the book and started reading, and I just stayed with it. I read it deep into the night and finished it, and I enjoyed it very much. It was like, okay, this is wonderful. I dig this. This is a great thing. I wanted to get more books. I wanted to take books off my shelf that I hadn't read yet. I wanted to just dive into it. Yeah. Now, there was that that hiccup that happened in 2018 when I lost motivation for just about everything in my life. But I did get back into this trend of I want to read and read and read. And I think that trend has continued and sort of evolved where I want to read different genres as well. I'm a fantasy person myself. I like epic fantasy, sword and sorcery, that kind of thing. I like, magic in my fantasy stories. Dragons a lot, okay? But I've gotten to where I also want to read horror, and I want to read some young adult, and I want to read, science fiction, and I want to read mysteries, and I want to read some contemporary, which is outside of my comfort zone, okay? But I want to read those things, and I want to incorporate that into what I'm bringing to you guys here on the channel. Does that really answer the question, how my reading trends have changed? Yeah. Now, the trends of the community, I think that what I've noticed in the community is not so much a trend that the community is having, but a trend I'm having with the Booktube community. Because what I do is not follow one specific branch of the community or one specific booktuber. I follow, I don't know if I really follow, but I look into the channels of many different booktubers. When I first started Booktube, I was following Jesse the Reader and, the little group that he was involved with, right? I was following the gals who run Bookneck Fest. I was following, well, obviously Joe Linsdale, who got me into Booktube, right? Now I'm following lots of different booktubers. I've subscribed to a lot of different booktubers, but I go to YouTube and I just type in Booktube in the search bar and just let it bring up whoever is doing something that day. If that's someone I've heard of before, great. I'll check them out, see what they're doing today. If it's someone I've never heard before, that's even better because then I'm introduced to someone new who's talking about books. What are they saying today? Okay. The Phenomenal Woman tag that I just did last weekend, in my reality, I don't know when this is going to upload, but I did that tag last weekend. I ran into a bunch of new to me booktubers because that tag just happened to come up when I typed in Booktube in the search bar. And that was wonderful. That was refreshing. Okay. So I don't know that I'm seeing trends in the community so much as I'm seeing just new faces in the community. That does not answer that question. That's okay. Let's move on to number 5. Number 5, anything you want to share about your life that has changed since you started your channel. I think I'm healthier now, moderately healthier now. This was back in 2018. Obviously, my mental health went through quite the upset. And I had some weird things happening. I discovered that if I yeeted Facebook from my life, that negativity and toxicity of Facebook, I had to get rid of it. And when I did, I was able to wean myself off of anxiety and depression medication. I don't have that medication to track and put into me anymore. I don't have to do that anymore. And I am so thankful. So that is a life change that has happened for me since the beginning of this channel. And yeah, that's a good thing, let me tell you. So that's a life change that has happened. I'm still in the same house. I moved here in 2016. So I'm still in the same place. I'm still in the same room where I do the filming for this stuff. I still have the same bookshelf behind me. There have been a few modifications to the setting, but yeah, not a lot. That's it, I think. That's a little bit boring, huh? I'm reading more. That's what matters for this channel. I'm reading more. All right, number 6. Why do you keep making videos? Because I must. It's like in baseball when you must run from first to second because you must. Yeah, because I must. I keep making the videos. I really do want this channel to someday have a return on my investment. I mean, I'm investing a lot of time into reading books because I enjoy it, because I like it, because I want to meet new characters and make them be friends of mine. Well, after I read the books, I want to bring the book reviews to you guys. Okay. Someday, I want there to be a return on that investment. Someday I want YouTube to grace me with monetization or something. Someday. Question number 7. What are you excited about or hoping for in the future of Booktube? Oh, wow. The future of Booktube. I don't think I thought about this question when I wrote that down. What am I excited about or hoping for in the future of Booktube? Booktube. You guys. You know what would be cool? And this is just dream thinking. It would be so cool if like a majority of the community could read like a series, and I have no clue what series that would be. But if a whole bunch of us who come from different backgrounds and different educational opportunities, and so like we have different degrees or no degree, right? If we could all read the same series or trilogy, so it's not too long, and then discuss it, maybe not in a Zoom call, but maybe in a series of Zoom calls, and bring a conference or oh my gosh, if we could bring something like that to the platform, first of all, YouTube couldn't ignore it. Like the algorithm would have to support that, right? That would be amazing. That would be great for the future of Booktube, because then all of a sudden the concept of, hey, a platform of people giving a book review, and it would be more than a review, right? Giving a book review would suddenly be overwhelming and amazing and talked about and a big freaking deal. That would be cool. That would be very cool. Although I don't know if that would really ever happen. Okay, and number 8 is tag people. Y'all know that here on this channel, I feel creepy and weird about tagging channels that are bigger than mine, and everybody's bigger than mine. So I'm not going to tag anybody. The Booktube Oldie Tag, I imagine that most people have already done this because I'm always late to the party on these tags. So I'm not going to tag anybody. If you see this video, you are tagged. Go for it. If you haven't already done it, you are welcome to do it. Let me know that you did so I can come and see it, so I can check it out. There you go. If you are a booktuber, if you do Booktube on the reg, let me know if you would like to receive the book box that I teased at the beginning of the video. For us to connect, to get together, to do email exchange about that, please go to my website. There's a contact page on my website at sandylenderinc.com, and we can do that there. Thumbs up for the Oldie Booktube tag and talking about and reminiscing about our channels here on YouTube. Thanks so much for tuning in.